my video player at the yeah, well, fixing things in the video player and getting ideas to what to put in it and so forward. And I was looking into in regards to the Wycliffe movie. Apparently, it has been removed from YouTube, which is very sad because we would like the truth to be out there for everybody. And I did find a version of John Haas, but it seems like there's commentary over it or something like that. And of course, the thing is, we would like to have people to be instructed in the history quickly, right? So I was thinking, there's like a collection where Wycliffe and then John Haas, and then maybe some Martin Luther movie or something like that. And of course, I guess that's most of those. And there's others that I was thinking of, but regards of getting in there. But anyway, so I was looking into, apparently you can buy the video and all that. A lot of people are complaining about the quality and all that. Well, I don't think that's, it's an old movie. So the thing is, apparently the movie is as old as I am, apparently. But 1984 according to the Roman pagan calendar. But yeah, anyway, so in regards to the quality, now that's not the best quality, but in any case, that wasn't really the thing is, it says, one of them says that he can't play it if he's not online, apparently. That's interesting. As you see, and now I can't find it now. Of course, I changed it. That seems to be more control of insanity. A lot of them are complaining about the movie looking old. I'm like, come on, who cares? The question is, the thing is in regards to the information in it, that is important. So when people are complaining about the quality here and there, yeah, of course it's old, and so what, look at the message it has, the quality of the thing that is in the video. That's the important thing. That it looks old is less of an importance, at least, for me, in regards to that. That's the message, that's the history. And anyway, so here we go with one of them. This is a problem. This is someone that has bought the movie, apparently. John Wycliffe, and apparently it's verified purchase. John Wycliffe, if not for this candle in the dark, we would all be in the dark. No, that was not the one that but he also has, okay, so there we go, not mine, and he has verified purchase. Unfortunately, even though the screen says I own it, I cannot play it when I want to. I am not connected to the internet, so I cannot view the film I own where there is no signal for the internet. Now, I don't know how it actually goes on to verify and not verify. But apparently, according to this guy, you need to be on the internet to view your own video. This is bullshit, And this is one of the reasons why I'm thinking, it's just, in regards to torrent clients and all that, you get what when you download something, you get what you want. You don't have all this crazy daisy and all that. You don't have all this copyright protection. When I'm buying a product and they have filled it with copyright protection, this and that, so I can't even get the music from the disc, so I can maybe listen to it on my mobile or whatever, the computer and all that, that's utterly bullshit. And I think I needed 2 or 3 programs to actually get the music out from the DVD and Blu-rays. Now, of course, I also needed a Blu-ray player, but that's one thing, right? Another thing is that they copyrighted with all this security, and of course use different formats, even if there is an open format that can do pretty much the exact same thing. But no, let's just get a lot of other formats out there, just have to be kidding me. And then all this copyright bullshit. So you need to, I think it was two or three other programs I actually needed to release the music from the disk. And you use time in regards of finding the applications, and some of the applications you actually need to pay for, and so forward. So you're using time, wasting time, wasting time, wasting more resources to. Now of course some of the programs are actually free in the beginning, and then you need to pay for them, so you can actually get around that by just if you don't use the programs that often, you can actually get around in regards to having it free. But if you need to use the program more, then you need to pay for it. So, or if you don't want to pay for it, you can just install Windows altogether over, But anyway, so you get, the new trial period in some sense. I think that is a possible way to do it. But anyway, it's just, when I buy music, I should just be able to do whatever I want with the music. I guess there are some websites out there that actually is selling FLAC music, but I'm not sure if they're selling the things that I would like to have. But it would be nice to just, get the music from, released, owning your own music, I can really understand people just, going out and downloading things instead of buying things because of all this copyright. I don't want to have, I don't want to, if I'm buying, this is the same thing with the books, right? You're buying the books or applications or whatever on, and then they're attached to the account or the program. And if you move, you lose all your books, because they're using different formats in regards of book formats instead of using one format that you could then buy the book and all that. No. Then they get multiple book formats, and then if you want to convert, or you need again an application and toy around, and it's just all waste of time and satanic bullshit. Anyway, so I found the movie John Whitecliffe, The Morning Star, and it only have 3 of 5 stars. Now, of course, I would give it 5 stars for the video, at least for itself. But if they have put, copyright protection, so you can't even see the video when you want to, because you need to have internet connection to actually be able to see the video, it's outrageous, utterly outrageous. Yeah, it's incredible. Anyway, so I was looking for the movie on the YouTube, and it doesn't seem to be there anymore. There's a trailer. So I'm like, give, just give me a break, So it would be nice to have Whitecliffe, and then John Huss, and then something in regards of Luther. And I don't care how old they are, as long as they have, as long as they are great in regards of promoting truth and in regards of these things. And that would be, so that's what something I'm thinking of. And also thinking of The Lamp in the Dark, that seems to be found on YouTube, which exposes a lot of the system as well. There's another video as well. And of course, I'm thinking in regards of the application that I have can actually pop up with messages, but I don't want to, I don't want to have messages popping up in regards of, it has to be something very subtle, that doesn't just, make it annoying, because I hate advertising. Well, there are some times in regards of these videos that there are something false in the video, and but where, like, let's say that 90% of, or 95% of the things in the video or whatever is really good stuff, and then you might have 5% that is not. And I'm thinking maybe one could actually, fix some kind of, thing that just jumps up and say, hey, this is, a false doctrine. But I don't know. But again, that's just giving a warning to the people, just so they don't. I don't know. I'll need to look into that. It goes slow, but it goes forward, little by little, and looking into things. And I still need to read the manuals again, the new manuals. I'm using them, here and there when I get into a thing and I can look up in the manual and all that. But I really should read them all over again, these new ones. And I guess it helps to familiarize myself with the applications. So I guess that's pretty. But it's going slow, but I guess forward. But the Lamb in the Dark is that's also another video from, and that's a great video as well in regards of exposing Romanism from Tony's ministry. But again, there's a doctrine in the video that I absolutely do not agree with, and would just be nice to just be able to just give a warning about that. Oh, there's different Protestant books or Protestant videos, sorry, popping up here. That's actually a lot. Tares Among the Wheat. Oh, is these books or are they videos? Apparently a lot of new things might seem to come up. Wow. Is this this is a video as well. Nice. I'm sitting on Amazon here. Apparently it's a sequel to something. I absolutely love this sequel. The whole series is very well researched, beautiful presented, and informative. It brings the history of the Bible to life, and I can't thank Abdulum Films enough for this eye-opening DVD. Apparently a lot of people are giving it, I have no idea what it is, It calls Tares, well, yeah, of course, in regards to Tares Among the Wheat, sequel to A Lamb. Oh, it's a sequel to A Lamb in the Dark. I think I might actually have seen that. And Tares Among the Wheat, yeah. That looks good. And then we have customers who watch this item also watch. Oh, there's a lot of goodies. There's a lot of things here and there that seems to be pretty good. That might be interesting to... Yeah, so that's nice. It's nice. Well, again, the quality of different videos are really, up and down. So I've seen pretty much in the past, I probably saw all the movies on Jesus in regards to the gospel, and I found out there was a lot of these videos that didn't keep to the text, and it took very liberty in different directions and all that, and some very bad directions sometimes. When they take a direction of the Bible, Yeah, but again, it might not be this is problematic. I think it is. So, for example, the book of actually this one, the Gospel of John is the best version of any version out there. This follows the Bible. It follows the Bible text and all that. So this one, it has some minor things here and there where I would complain, I guess. But again, the more you get into things and all that, the more things you will the more I guess pure you want it in some sense. But this is the best video that is out there. There's nothing that comes close to this, I think. Nothing. If anything, some of the other editions that they have made in regards of the book of Matthew, but I think it makes Jesus more like a funny guy, and doesn't really, I think it loses a lot of the seriousness in it. But we also have the book of Acts, which I think are portraying Paulus very nicely, and to actually show his real character in the. So that was a pretty good, in regards of. Because I have problems with Paul, so when they make something in regards of, I think they hit it on the nail, in regards of. So that was pretty good as well. But anyway, this one is the best, that is in regards. It keeps to the text. And so does the Gospel of Matthew and the book of Acts, which they also have made. they are just wonderbar, wonderful. Um, Here we see Babylon post, present, and future. Apparently, that seems to be a video as well, or what? Or is it in regards of? Oh, we closed down here. Why did I even start off with this video? I'm not even sure why I started the video to record. No idea. Did I do anything? Did I want to do something? I already forgot. um. Oh yeah, that was in regards to the copyright. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, where you would need to have internet access. The same with some computer games, and it needs to be able to verify, via the internet, and it's just utter. I think it's bullshit. Also, if you don't have internet, I can't play this game. Are you kidding me? So I just don't like all this security things. If I buy some music, I want to do with whatever I want with the music. I don't, and yeah. But no, no, no. Let's have copyright on it. And the thing is, people will break the copyright anyway, so it's not a big, and the thing is, getting it actually from people having broken the copyright is, then you get a product that you can do whatever you want with, and of course that would be sadly considered stealing and all that. But you also have to remember that in regards of sharing, you can share a lot of free stuff. And if you close these gates of, well, then you close them. But I do understand why people would because I don't like buying music that I need to use so much time getting. Of course, I don't even know if it's illegal then to try to get it off the disc, but I would think if I pay for something that I actually would be allowed to use it other places than on the disc itself. Or at least I don't know. Because in the past you're allowed to take a copy, right? A copy of, and if it's in the television, I think you're allowed to record it, right? You're allowed to record what was in the television, right? I don't know, whatever. All these stupid copyright laws, But interesting. But apparently the video cannot be found on YouTube anymore, and that would be one of the videos that I think was pretty good in regards of promoting truth. So I think the Lamb in the Dark and the Forbidding Books is probably also two. I think I've seen both, and they are both pretty good. I can't remember all of the things in regards of what was in it, but I think they were pretty good. The thing is, there's so much material out there, and we want the good material that can promote truth, right? We want, people can, the thing is, there's so much bullshit out on the market. So if one can pick all the gold nuggets and just centralize it all, so people can quickly come up to date and turn around from the Antichrist and stand for the truth in this world, because in our days of world, it's utterly. We are living in a dark period, it seems. A lot of people a lot of people are deceived out there. Not just a few, but billions of people are deceived in our days. And we have a job to do to get the truth out there. And I just have it like when people sell the truth, it's just, I don't think it's right to do that, One thing, selling a book and all that, I get that, right? I do get that. But, you have to pay for the material and getting it, and all that. And even, a lot of the Christians, you just give it away, the good news. If someone wants to read it and all that, you give it, freely so they can get into the word. And, but in our days, we have the internet. So even if you release a book, you can release it on the internet as well in regards of a PDF file. And it doesn't, it's a book is not filling much in regards of and then people can make copies, and those that don't have the resources to get it can then freely get it, and that's that. Yeah. Anyway, I guess it's just me. Um, but let's see here. Someone says not very good. There's more to this history of Tyndale that could have been included. Oh yeah, we have Tyndale as well. There's a movie on Tyndale as well. That was a good movie as well to also have included. That could have been included. Always a great man who gave his life so we can read the Bible today. Well, I think he died natural. So in regards of Wycliffe, he died natural. So as far as we know, anyway, would be nice if the filmmakers updated this historical event. I'm not sure why. You know, skimpy biopic or whatever. Not worth the £2.5 we paid to watch it. Old film, poor graphics, and a small screen view. Rubbish. Well, I guess the quality might be not be so good, but the message in the video, I think, is learning a little about. Here we go. Very poor quality. Someone says, it's, and yeah, it might be very poor quality, but the question is. Question is the question is in regards to the message in the video. So, yeah. Anyway, that's of course I've been looking for anti-Catholic material and all that. There was a video I saw that was also in regards of the slaughter of Roman Catholics against what was it called? What is the no? That's no. Anyway, the Christians in, I think it was France or something like that had got utterly slaughtered. I can't remember the name at the moment. Apparently, my brain is not working so good at the moment. But yeah, I'll guess I'll get it little by little, fixing things and all that. Anyway, still testing the video player and still toying around with some things for sure. There's still a lot of settings and still testing things, but little by little it goes forward. Apparently, it stops the player in the mobile every time something has been played, but little by little, and I still have contact with the author of. He also have problems in regards of people putting his program on torrent clients, and so that he seems to be a little angry about that, but maybe he should actually take it as a positive thing, because while people are downloading his player and toying around with it and so forward, well, are they not in some sense promoting his player, so other people might buy it and wow, that actually looks good, what is that, and figure out, oh, that's I don't know, but and a lot of people that actually download torrent files anyway can't afford the things anyway. Well, when you're a child or young, you don't have resources, and so I just it just seems a little. So a lot of the people downloading things, for free, whatever you want to call it, on these places are not able to pay for anything anyway. There's just so I really don't. I don't know. I guess it would be considered stealing. I just in regards of Christianity, they were sharing everything, amongst each other, whatever they had, and the problem is, if someone is if you're selling the truth, then that truth might could maybe be used other places, and then someone could build on that and give back, to all this selling of the truth is yeah. I do understand that resources needs to be in regards to running things around, but I just don't like this idea of selling the truth. It's just anyway. I guess it's better than all the worldly bullshit that is out there for sure. But yeah, when you sell things, it keeps people from getting the information. And again, when you look in people that have less of the difference in regards of resources, that I can go out and earn, so a good amount of money in Denmark. But if you are in China, or I'm not sure if about China, but anyway, if you go to one of these poor nations, you might work the whole day and have near to nothing compared to what I can get in Denmark. And so for them to get an English book or English resource or whatever that they want is pretty near to impossible. Let's say I need to work 1 hour or a day to get something, to get enough resources to buy it. Well, someone else might need a week or a month to get those kind of resources, and thereby be near to impossible to get. So yeah, I just instead of just getting the information out, so we can all build on. There's a lot of darkness in this world. We need to have the information out. We need to help each other, instead of just withholding the information and selling the info. How many people do you think wants to see anything in regards of truth if they need to pay money for it? They if it's free, there is a chance they might look at it. A chance they might look at it if they're not believers. But if it costs money, there's zero chance that they will ever see it because they're not interested in the first place. So, yeah, anyway, I guess that's just my view. And I remember in the past, where I did, use, like for example, MP3 files. I would never have been interested in music if the internet hadn't come around and MP3 files, because music was zero interest in regards of me. Zero interest in regards of music, pretty much. I didn't really have much music, and I didn't really care much for it either. And then MP3 files came around, and then I began to, become more interested in music. But in regards of paying for it, I would pretty much never pay for music. That was never in my interest of. So, I guess the first MP3 file that I ever downloaded, and I still remember because, like, oh wow, it took an hour to download an MP3 file or something like that in those days. It was very slow, and of course, you were not allowed to really get on the internet for so long and all that. And now we have all connection to it, so it was like maybe an hour on the internet, and then it was done, right? Or 2 hours or whatever. You use the phone for doing it, and yeah, at the modem, calling up and all that. Very interesting. But it took an hour in the past to download, around an hour to download an MP3 files. I'm sure it could probably take longer in regards to having a worse connection than that. But I remember the first MP3 file that I downloaded was Titanic from Celine Dion, and yeah, it was interesting. So, when I hear that song, which is a worldly song, by the way, if I remember correctly, I can't remember. But anyway, when I hear that song, it reminds me of the first time I downloaded an MP3 file from, long, long ago. But I guess that would be considered stealing as well. But the thing is, it took many, many years for the companies to actually begin to sell music on the internet. And I just don't bother going to a shop in regards of looking through things and all that, in regards of music and all that. It was much easier just to go on the internet and then download something. And but you couldn't buy anything at that point. It took a long, long time for the music industry. Actually, they did a lot of battles against, MP3 format and all that. And and people sharing music and all that. And it was so easy. But the companies, of course, didn't like it because they want to control the whole thing and all. But anyway, so now you can actually pay for music, but of course they have different formats as well, so you get tired of it. But so I think they have released music that you can buy, and but yeah, having their own formats. Was it? It might actually have been Apple that came forward in regards to that platform. But I think they have their own format as well, if I remember correctly. I'm not entirely sure. But of course, it became a huge success because it was just so much easier. And we already knew it would have, become a success, but there was no one that apparently wanted to do it because, the music industry didn't want to do it. They didn't want to go that route. So they were really, really long and actually, when it actually, in regards to when it actually began to open up in that direction. It's incredible. So of course people just downloaded the things, and they battled a lot of these things, which is just have to be kidding me. Anyway, but I guess it would be considered stealing in regards of all the copyright and all that. But I don't, you're copying something, right? Yeah, I don't know. It's a topic that a lot of people. But of course, a lot of the copyrighted things is not interested anyway, right? So a lot of the non-copyrighted thing in our days, all the old Protestant books have no copyright. I don't know how long the copyright actually goes, but a lot of the best, Protestants knew a thing or two in the past. They don't know anything today. But in the past, they knew who the Antichrist was, and there's a lot of free books on that. And so I guess, most of the material that is actually free might actually be the best things there are. So anyway, in regards to books anyway, but of course, I guess most people don't read books anymore. I'm a really bad book reader as well, but I can read, but it has to be, there has to be, it just doesn't have to be a book that is of nothing, just a story or whatever. But it has to be something that I know that I'm, like the Bible, for example, but except Paulus. But anyway, something of interest, right? Something, and it still goes very slow, but that's just, yeah. So I guess maybe we don't need all these things that are copyrighted anyway, but I guess that, yeah, I don't know all these rules and all. There's so many rules in the world. So many rules. And, yeah, whatever. But the Christians, and Christians were sharing everything. The first Christians, the first believers were sharing everything they had among them. And so, yeah. Anyway, whatever. Maybe the transfer here is in regards of Amazon video thing or whatever. Okay, the transfer is horrible, but the video itself is amazing. I love studying about John Wycliffe and what he did. We should thank our Maker that we now have the Bible to read in our own tongue and mostly without persecution. I think we forget the sacrifices that were made so we can have what we have. Never forget. And that's true. A lot of people have forgotten and turned away from the Bible and turned away from God. And that's very, very, very sad. In 500 years, we haven't even come further than this. We're still promoting pagan festivals and Sunday bullshit and all the bullshit that we are promoting instead of going back to the Bible. And, we're not killed at, well, but not in, not the persecution, of course, is still there, but it's not on, well, it can quickly come around. But we need to stand for the truth. But I guess there might be some interesting videos here in regards of, I don't know, because you never know if it's good or bad before you see it, right? There was one of the videos in regards of Moses and all that. I just had to turn that off. That was from Hollywood or something like that. I had to turn that off. I saw, or in regards of Noah, I had to turn that off as well. That was utter. That day went way off, way off. One thing is to take some what do you call liberty in regards to making a movie, but these two movies went way beyond that. I think so. That was I couldn't see them. I couldn't finish them, and I just turned them off. That was bullshit. What utter outrageous bullshit. That was way. And the thing is, people are picking up on these things and think it's what is in the Bible, and then they go out and promote it, and yeah, well, so yeah. So I should get back to working on the player, and I'm still looking into the pop up here thing, and we can try opening it up, and maybe I should close that one. At least it will. So at the moment I have this is actually from a Roman papist, and hopefully he will repent. But this is one of where he has the story of turning back, so-called, turning to becoming a Roman Catholic, and there's a lot of stories there. The ecumenical movement is working. What shall we say? At high speed or whatever. They are really getting at it and trying to turn people back to the Antichrist. And it's succeeding on so many levels because the sheep are not being told the truth, and they're not being warned about the wolves in sheep clothing, and they're not being warned about the Antichrist. No one actually seems to be willing to talk about the Antichrist. No, well, not there are there are still people out there, but in regards of a huge amount of, I don't know of any priest in Denmark that talks about the Antichrist. Now, of course, there's no one stirring, what do you call it, stirring the pot, or what do you call it, anyone making some waves here in this country. And looking back to 1850 in regards of Kierkegaard, which is one of the most popular Danish people, I guess, outside Denmark, he was attacking the system of the Lutheran state system already 150 years ago, and I can tell you it has not become better. It has become worse. So, and I'm like, apparently they just ignored him, as I understand it, which is just terrible. And of course, you can see one of the priests that actually began to keep Saturday instead of Sunday. He was fired here in Denmark. That was one of the things I read. You have to be kidding me! A priest that stands for the truth. What do we do about him? Oh yeah, let's fire him. Let's kick him out of the church. That is exact same. That's the exact same thing they should do with any priest that can stand for the truth in the church buildings. But no. What do? The exact opposite. Someone is keeping the Sabbath in the church with their congregation and all that. What do we do with him? We kick him out. What a diabolical, disgusting system. That just shows, that something terrible is wrong. And I wouldn't suggest anyone to pay anything to that system. This is a diabolical system. This is not they can't even stand on truth. Throw someone out because they're keeping the Sabbath according to the Bible. Well. Anyway, as you can see, it works pretty good actually at the moment. I haven't set any picture in here. I should probably take a screenshot, whatever, and put an image in just so it doesn't look broken. Now, of course, I'm still testing things, and I don't know. There's things here and there that, I'm absolutely not done in regards to material and all that. It seems like the player is pretty long to actually load one of these videos. I'm not entirely sure why, if it's because the videos are long or if it's because
For many years, the existence of dinosaur fossils was thought to be a problem for creationists.
Or maybe it's because when I when I fix them down in regards of the new there were AVI files, and this only play MP4 files. So I made AVI onto MP4, but I made it so it was very, very, compressed, I guess, in some sense. So I do wonder if that maybe could have an issue on the, maybe more CPU power is needed to play the video. I don't know, but calculations or something like that. If it compresses it and it has a lot of calculations or whatever, I don't know how it totally functions out. But as I would probably, if it needs to unwind the material, it might need more CPU power to actually do it. So I'm thinking maybe it's because
Biblical account
I
of
did
creation.
that.
Hi, my name is Eric, and what you're about to see is a powerful seminar that combines the last 30 years of research done by Dr. Hovind. It's in a field called cryptozoology, which is the study of hidden animals. The seminar's title.
Apparently, I've done so. It removes the we still actually have this one, but apparently I have fixed so it removes the menu, and I really don't want that. But I guess I had to test something in regards of this bar that comes underneath, which has some problems in regards to the colorization because it actually should be orange, but apparently the orange goes away after a little while.
The Bible says the gates of hell shall not prevail against. The gates don't move.
It seems like it stays on at the
People
moment.
say, "Oh, Satan's attacking us." No, it's their boat. They observed it from the yacht. They said it had a dorsal fin 6 feet long, 2 feet high, a small head.
That seems pretty good in regards of, but it is slow. It is slow, and it's not also slow when I'm not recording. It loads for a pretty good long time before it actually comes up. And of course, I would like it to be as quick as possible. So I'll need to test that if I do less of compression, if it actually is quicker to play and all that, because these are actually pretty small resolutions that
People say evolution is not a bad philosophy.
they're pretty small in compression, but they are pretty long. I think it's like 2 hours, but we don't even see how long the video is at this point. That's
God
very
created the
sad.
world. Satan.
Apparently that information is not there. I guess if I put it up here like this, then it will come around. So there we go in regards of...
rebelled against God and tried to destroy his creation.
Not entirely sure what to do with that. Now, of course, different mobiles, I guess, have different resolutions and so forward. So probably different results anyway. So, but yeah, something to toy around with. Also need to make the title a different in regards of creationism. I was thinking, different authors in regards of creationism I could put together, and that could be so people could get a little from the best of everybody that is out there, so they can begin to get into it to search around, like a springboard to help them on the right path. So. Let's see here. What was not working? This one was not working in the mobile. I should actually try it on. I think no. He might actually. I don't think he actually had it. Let's see here. My sticky. He might not actually have that in regards of sticky. The sticky player. The sticky rail player. Let's see here. Because he does have, no, this has to be the video player, sorry, the video player of, what was it, Ultimate Video Player. And I looked into different video players and all that, and this seemed to be the best one, had all the features I wanted. But of course, there are some features that still, and he might actually, work on those, when as long as time goes, I'll see what I'm missing and ask him if he could maybe do it, Like, for example, download MP3 files in the video player. I have no idea why you would not be able to download MP3 files in the video player. That doesn't make any sense. I think, Let's see here. If the thing, the question is, does he even have that zombie thing? Also seems to have problems with the Vimeo in regards to playing Vimeo files, at least in this browser. Again, I have to test multiple browsers. Here we have 360. Let's see if it works. No, he still have a problem in regards to the 360 in his own version as well, that he has reported on the internet. That is kind of sad that he didn't catch that bug. Can't remember if I said it to him, but the thing is, in regards to 360, where you can look around, you actually need to go to the help file, and in the help file, he actually have the correct thing, the correct code to get it to work. But if you just use the HTML thing, then he has a mistake there, and that's he has a mistake also in another one, which I can't remember what is. But so you have to collecting the puzzle pieces here and there, trying to sort things out. Then we have an MP3 file here, and that works. And we have a TV station, but that seems to go into a little weirdy thing here. But yeah, it opens the whole thing. Now it does work, but it's in full screen. It's not in window mode. So, but it works at least. But how do I get back to the menu is a good question. Well, that doesn't work. Maybe I can do this. Nope. Oh, there we go. So, but that goes just into full screen, and I don't know why it would just go into full screen instead of just going into the window here. So that seems to be a problem. So then we have the mountain, doesn't work either. That's from Vimeo. It works so far so good, right? But it can't play the file. No, I don't know why, but it won't. Maybe I do have the. Maybe that could be the problem. I don't know. Oh, wait. No, it didn't work didn't work on the computer either in regards to the MP4 file. So, so that can't be the. Okay, I'm just thinking out the box here, or thinking for myself, I guess. I do wonder if I should try to. But it probably won't change much. I do wonder in regards to the connection, in regards of the recording that we are making. If I turn this off, if it actually stops the recording. Okay, I don't know if what happened. I don't know, but it's turned off now. This is in regards of against advertising. Advertising is of the devil, as I say. Well, a lot of ads is in regards of all kind of satanic bullshit that they try to lead you in and waste your time and all that instead of actually just be focused on what is important. Let's go down there again. But mostly it actually seems to be working pretty good, It's yeah. Let's try again the mountain and see if we can actually get it to work. Let's see. No, it still doesn't work. I don't know why I don't want to. Well, it works on the computer, but not in the mobile. And this, I guess, still opens up in a full screen mode. So these are issues, not something utterly. Apparently, it seems like I need to push twice. In any case, this was an Israeli I had 20. I had fixed 20 different Christian things and all. I just ended up deleting, nearly all of them. So I have one left. It's just too much. Those weird things on those channels, and money, or weird whatever. I just didn't care about that. So YouTube works. We have some problems with but these are still satanic things from the program that I haven't removed yet. So, but that's these three things left that I still need to, there's some of the trial features and all that is in them that maybe we should just try to go to another so we can actually, okay, Gospel of Luke, okay. So, and by the way, that's, well, the Gospel of Luke in Hebrew. I haven't, I don't think I've seen it. Maybe I have in the past, but the sound is not the best compared to other versions that are out there, but it has the subtitles in Hebrew and English. And that, of course, is the important thing. So that seems to work. Multiple video qualities and subtitles example. So that we actually have... wait, if it works. Doesn't seem... Oh, there we go. Oh, it's just slow, okay. And I've turned off. That was 3 kind of subtitles, but I do wonder why it says 1. I thought I had actually removed that. Maybe, okay. But that seems to work. That's nice. I had some problems with it a little time ago. Yeah, this is pretty good. In regards of subtitles. Okay, then we have pre-roll, mid-roll, and post-roll advertising examples, which I'm not sure even works, but there's a lot of sensual things in this video, and I really need to get that out as well, for sure. But the idea is that pre-roll, mid-roll, and post-roll advertising examples, but it doesn't see here. No. Okay, it should come close. Okay. That's the first advertising thing. I actually have a video that I could replace it with that might be so we don't have all this nudity or sensuality. Let's see if we push that. You can skip to video in 1. Okay, that seems to work as well in regards of advertising, but advertising, hate advertising. But it's just to see if there's any feature I could use in another way, maybe. Like, for example, if one has a video and there's another video that might, I don't know. Anyway, let's see, skipped it. If it works, it doesn't really seem to be, okay, it works. Just a little slow. And there we go with more sensuality. There was a lot of worldly things from the beginning in this, a lot of satanic stuff in this application in the beginning. Of course, that doesn't matter much because I can remove it, right? So it's, see, this is okay, that was one of the advertising that I changed, I guess. Yeah, it was, in regards of Christopher Hitching. But he's really
Fascism,
low.
the original 20th century totalitarian movement, is really, historically, another name for the political activity of the Catholic right wing. There is no other name for it. Francoism, Salazarism, what happened in Croatia, in Austria.
It's interesting to see.
The church keeps on trying to apologize for it, can't apologize for it enough. It's the Catholic right.
It's interesting to see there's actually subtitles on this. That's interesting. Why would there be subtitles on that? If I go to the other one I have with the exact same video, I don't think there's subtitles on. Oh, I guess no, there was no... Okay, I don't know. Well, interesting. He's also, in regards of the Catholic Church, he has some goodies in regards of the Catholic whore. But sadly, he was an atheist, so... But yeah, let's see the last one if it comes up. There we go. So that's the last one. So everything seems to work in regards to that, in regards of advertising and all that and whatever. But I'm thinking maybe one could use some of it to other things and maybe not, you know. Maybe just throw it all out, right? But just trying to see if everything works and all that. I've already thrown some of the features out in some sense. If I ever need them, I could always get them again, right? But yeah, just you know, getting to know what there is in the program. This is should be a thing that no, this is annotations. Okay, these are the annotations. Okay, okay, and you can close them down and all that. But again, I don't want anything that obstructs the for the person in regards to. But these are actually, I guess, if I have something that I don't agree with in a video, I can just make an annotation, I guess. So this might be, you know, something that might be on, you know, on the button or something, you know, something that is not in the way for the person to see it. So that might be usable. Not entirely sure. Here we have in regards of, not sure if that works actually. Oh, it seems to work. Yeah, okay. And then you can scrub to 60. Scrub to 60 or volume to 50 or go full screen or I don't know, go full screen. See if it, no. A little small. Well, again, it's a little slow. It's on a mobile and maybe I actually changed that to something else, by the way. Anyway, it works. So that seems to now work on the mobile. I had some problems with it where it didn't work. And I found out that the images that... The thing is, there was two different images it would use for the computer and the mobile, like, and video also for the computer and the mobile. And I think I had deleted the mobile things from, so it couldn't load it, the video. Let's see if there's subtitles in this. I don't think so. So, no, there's no subtitles. So why was there subtitles on the other one? I have no idea. But I have another one from Hitchens that I actually should put in one of the places instead of in regards of all this central stuff. It would be nice to put it in there just as an example. At least I have some. Oh, there we actually go. There we go with some. There we go with some undertitles. I'm not sure if it actually is in the video itself on YouTube or if it's something that is coming from YouTube in regards of... I have to check that, I guess. Yeah, little by little, I'm getting there. Where's the things that I opened? Oh, my stomach is making some noises, I guess. Where are the pages that I had? Oh well, I'll go back there. Mixed. I should probably put the mixed playlist at first, but it shouldn't start with a YouTube video because that might make it problematic if the YouTube video crashes. And I have some problems in regards of that. So let's see here. And then go on YouTube and look at it. Let's see what... No, there's no undertitles. So I need to put... Yeah. So I guess the undertitles it actually putting on is from YouTube's undertitle thing. Interesting. So, okay. Anyway, but it's going forward, and again I changed that to Roman infiltration, start stop at time, Alberto Rivera on the Antichrist. Sadly, there seems to be too little room for the writing that I wrote, so let's see what I wrote. Alberto. Rivera. Still waiting for my... I don't know what's in regards to the doctor guy. Maybe I need to call him up and say hello. Oh, whatever, in regards of fighting fungus and all that. Let's see, Alberto Rivera on the Antichrist from... Okay, so the other material is in regards of the video, in regards of, that it's a test feature in regards of when it is from. But overall, everything seems to be there except the time. Alberto Rivera on the Antichrist. I could remove on the Antichrist and just have the time. Then it should actually be able to. Now, of course, one could remove the time as well, and then let's try that. There we go. I'm just trying to figure out what the best way is to set up the things, right? There we go. We actually have the MP3 actually says something underneath it. I do wonder where it actually gets that from, if that's in regards to the file itself that I put this in. Yeah, okay. So that's actually... That is actually okay from the HTML, what was markup or something like that. I can say hello, for example, and say Control S, and we'll just open it again. Now I've turned off the deep linking at the moment, so one needs to open it and move to the place. It's not a biggie, but I can always turn on deep linking again. But anyway, it has different positive and negative. Oh, that's okay. There we go. So I could write my name in it actually, because it's me singing. So I could actually say, what name should I put in? Let's do this Jehovah Son. Yep, there we go. Let's have that in there. Just to see how it looks. I think it, so I'm still trying to figure out how do I want it, here and there, what can I do, and there's no information down here apparently in regards of loading MP3 files. Or I would think that there's information in the MP3 files. So if he actually linked for that information underneath it, that should be possible. The same thing with the plain MP4 files, doesn't seem to give me any information. No information. So, but this is folder mode. But I think the folder mode could become even better if he allowed some secondary information. I don't know in regards to the MP4 files if you can actually put information in the file like MP3. In regards to the MP3, you can do like what is it called? Let's see here. Let's open foobar, and you can right click on an MP3 file, and you can see the different informations that is in the file itself. Track, album title, date, what do you call that in English? I'm not sure. But anyway, album, artist, and all that. And album, artist might be the thing that could be, something of that nature. Maybe that would maybe not be so bad. But it does say actually artist name. Okay, artist name might actually be the thing that would be, that would actually... Then one could remove the name from the original file, but then again, if someone downloads it, it is nice to still have the name. I guess it doesn't really do anything then in regards, so I don't know. Anyway, I'll have to look on that. But it should be possible to just give some secondary information underneath it in the folder mode. Just not sure how everything is. So we have There's also information, of course, where I could put all the information, and there seems to be a little problem in regards to the text thing. It should have been, so I'm not sure what's wrong with that, but at some point it hopefully should be able to fix it at some point. I would also like this one to be orange instead of blue, and I don't know if it's hard coded or if it's possible to to fix that. I'll have to ask the guy. What do we have? My mixed playlist. Yeah, well, okay, there we go. There we go with the name. There we go. Of course, it says MP3. I guess I haven't really gone deeper into it in regards of, but it's an MP3 file, of course. But I probably should write MP3 in the beginning. MP3, like like everything else. There we go. So, like UT stands for YouTube, right? So MP3 would of course stand for MP3. Of course, I've just written YouTube underneath a lot of these. Well, maybe it would be better to have the author, or maybe both. I don't know. In regards of YouTube, of course, in regards of YouTube, I would like to have the files on my own place, so I know that YouTube didn't, the YouTube have a way of deleting files here and there, and so if you don't have it on, you might end up in problems where it is removed, and yeah. I should actually try to see what happens if a file is removed in regards of YouTube, because it might actually stall the application altogether. It seems to be a little fragile in regards of if something is not there, it ends up in problems. Of course, that's not so good. If it would be nice to have it continue to run, right? And again, this still doesn't work in this browser anyway, I think. No, it still doesn't work. So the thing of taking that off didn't work. And the 360 seems to not work either in the player. Now it's not really a big thing anyway, because I don't really have any 360 videos to put on anyway. But it does seem to play. But it doesn't seem to, there's no image. Well, maybe I can do like this. Nope. Well, it plays as far as, at least it plays. I guess the mobile version might not have the functionality to do it. I don't know. But it doesn't seem to work in any case. Of course, it would be nice to try the original file and go from there and see if the original file can play. With the zombies, you have to. There's really a lot of worldly satanic things when you get the player, but anyway, lots of satanic symbols as well, and so forward. So that's two things that doesn't seem to work, but everything seems to work pretty good. So that's pretty good. And I'm going to change that videos. I have another of. Let's do it on. See if I can do it quickly. If I go to Facebook, I should have the link for it. I do wonder what browser I actually used for. Oh well, 2 seconds. Should I have the video someplace? No. There we go. Christopher Hitchens on Catholic fascism. I'll just need the link here and copy the link of YouTube. That's the full link, and go inside and find the.
To start with the original 20th century totalitarian ideology, which originally called itself fascism.
Okay, it's 2 minutes and 10 seconds. And we need to go to pre-roll. It should be somewhere. That's annotation. Exactly. There we go. Okay, we have. Oh, it stopped now. Okay. So we have content video grid.mp4. So that's the source, but we don't want that. That's full of sensuality, and we don't want to look at that. Yeah, it's really hard nowadays to really. There's so much around. So it should be fixed already. Let's have an update and see how it goes. And yep, it will go on. The behind thing, of course, that would be okay. Let's do that. No, that will probably not remove it. No, the problem is there's usually a the what do you call it, a cross or whatever for turning it down. The problem is it goes up here, so you can't close the video player. So again, there's some problems I need to figure out and all that. I think there's an option to make the height of the thing, but again, it depends again on other versions of different mobiles and all that different there we go. Seems to work already. At least we don't have any nudity or sensuality. The question is, does it want to play? And does it actually work with YouTube to do that? That's another question. It might actually just break, who knows? Doesn't look good anyway. But at least it found it, I can see. Downloaded, nope. I guess this feature only works with files on your own, maybe. Maybe that's, I don't know, but it doesn't seem to play, right? But it did have the right image from that file, so I guess I could just download the video and put it on the server and, just, that's one thing, right? But it should, it's possible with the right programs and all that, so. There we go, let's see here. Getting a little tired apparently. Well, we have the image. The image is the image that from the video from the beginning. That's so. I should probably try it on the computer as well to see. Oh, there we go. There we go.
To start with the original 20th century totalitarian ideology, which originally called itself fascism.
And we can see the points where all the yellow points is in regards of the
historical account you read from its origins in Italy through Spain.
The 4 or the 3 points is where it goes into advertising. And I can't remember what actually should have been there. It just stops it before. I guess it must be a mobile thing that it needs to have, someone pushing on it before it will go further. I don't know, but it doesn't do it on the computer edition. So I wonder if there's a feature that maybe could, every time it actually should go, it stops. So the question is this a browser problem or is it a mobile problem in regards of, or is it the program that is the problem? There could be multiple things that does it. So here we go with another advertising, so-called advertising. I guess I might need to push. Okay, that's another of his. So I need to push it again. And there we go with another lecture, and you can skip to video in 1 or in 3. So it's slow because I'm recording, so it's extra slow because I'm recording and sending to YouTube at the same time. Skip video. I will skip that. And it should continue on and hit the third one, At least we don't have any nudity now. Again, I need to push apparently. And loading. A little slow. There we go. Oh, my stomach makes noises. Again, one really needs to be careful of the fat, apparently, when you are eating meat, only meat nearly. You can skip to video in one and so forward, and then there's an advertising. This is an image, and I found out if you actually call it an ad, which is standard that he called that the Opera browser makes problems and doesn't show it. Apparently it catches it as an advertising, which of course it is. So anyway, then it goes back to the video, so that seems to work. Or maybe I need to push one more time to get it to go back. Okay, so but anyway, there's something in regards of going on that it just doesn't continue to play, and I don't know if it's a setting in the program itself or whatever it is, but it doesn't do it on the computer. The computer just gets to the next, right? So anyway, that seems to work, you know. See here?
True with National Socialism. It's true of the Nazi Party in Austria and Bavaria in its heartlands that it begins...
Yeah, so that works, that's nice. With another video and all that. Of course, would be nice to change this one as well to something, whatever. HTML5 MP3 player for your website that runs. Okay, so that's an, I guess, should be a video in regards of the HTML5 MP3 player that the guy also has made. It seems like the features in both of them, one does one thing and another does, even if they actually should be able to do both. So I'm not entirely sure why. It seems a little odd that the MP3 player wouldn't be able to do the folders in MP4 and MP3 like the video player. The question is, can you download MP4 files on the other, or can you only download MP3, or is it actually broke or whatever? It might actually just be broke. Okay, we have a problem, it seems. It doesn't seem to do much as far as we can see. Oh, at least we are allowed to look at that symbol that is flying around here. The question is, should I change it to another color or the background color, which is dark? It's not really seen because it's dark as the dark behind. Oh, you can see the ring now. That is actually there, but it's dark in the background. You can actually make it a color so you actually can see it. Or if I made it gray, actually, then it would be different than the background and more white in it. That would maybe be a way to do it. Half white, half, I don't know, if that would be looking better or what. But it doesn't seem to having some problems, it seems. We didn't have problems with it the other, did we? Let's try that one again, but probably not working. We have MP3, beholders here, Danish in regards, okay. I don't know in regards of, it's just to see where, where the things are coming from, what is working and all that. Still having to figure out all the things. I think it looks pretty good in regards of having the name of the author, underneath it. And the title on top, and then the author on, that seems to working pretty good, Alberto Rivera in regards of Roman infiltration. That seems pretty good, seems to be, that looks pretty good, I guess. And if one wants more information, the idea is that you can go into the info here and get more info. Of course, it seems to be a little broken in regards to the cross at the moment. Or the X. I really need to get this back. I'm tired of it removing You can set the time to 9999, then it never goes down, or it takes so long to go down, so it's near to impossible. But that's not an off thing, but would be nice with an off thing where it put the video upward instead of behind the bar. But anyway, okay, let's take this one, okay, and get it to work, and then try to go back to the annotations example, which worked last time. So I'm not sure why it shouldn't work now. Or maybe the player has totally shut down. Oh, there we go. So let's try again. There we go. Now it works, apparently. Well. So now we see the annotations a little slow. Again, I'm recording, so I guess it's the mobile itself that is having problems. So usually the annotations come one by one, and shows up. And again, can I use these annotations for something? I think I can. Now there's also the options of lyrics. I could also put lyrics in it. That would actually be even better. To have just lyrics, because the lyrics just, well, not lyrics, what's it called? Undertitles. Is it undertitles in English? I think it's undertitles. Undertitles might actually be a better thing to not disrupt the person from, the person from seeing the video. So there's two ways of doing it. Subtitles, yeah. The subtitles are just, way, off the video. So that might be the best thing to use that, actually. That's actually not a bad thing, just a little, yeah. I think I'll probably go for that instead of the other things. And, keeping things away from the video itself, so it's not disturbing the person when because it's just text and there's no box around it. It's pretty good. Yeah. Yep. I wonder if there's actually black behind it. So if I don't know if I can make a full screen, and let's try to go back. Where's the menu? Oh, come on with the menu. That's a problem, apparently. The menu don't want to come up, apparently. I don't know what is this the middle point? What is going to happen there? I don't know. Oh, there we go. Oh, maybe it was just because it was slow. Let's try to make a full screen here. See what happens. I wonder if we can actually lock the mobile in this mode. Anyway, let's see here. Of course, it needs to remote. Okay, we need to go back here. Okay, it's just slow. It's okay. The little thing is just slow to move. Okay. So subtitles can be formatted to a single row or multiple rows. Okay. I guess it has a little black around it as well. Not too much actually, but enough to be able to see. The subtitle can be formatted to a single row or multiple rows. Okay, it seems to work. The subtitles button is optional, as well as the subtitle itself. Seems to work pretty good. There was also a way where you can actually fix images and all that, but it seems to be a little wasteful in regards of doing that. You would need the video and take multiple pictures, because it can't do it automatically itself, like YouTube, where you can see so that seems a little wasteful, but it would have been nice to actually go to the point that you want, like in YouTube, but guess you can't get everything, right? And then it jumps to the next one. Okay. Let's try that again. And let's see here. There we go with the subtitles. And okay, we lost the menu again. Would be nice if I could maybe just push double and then go into the full screen mode. That might be a thing that I could suggest to him in regards of double clicking. So we have click for stop the video, and then a double click for entering into it. Okay, it didn't stop it apparently. Okay, the menu is just coming, and then I need to push this, I guess. But if I remember correctly, I was actually able to just push that on the computer and stop it. But anyway, let's move backward here, and yeah, it seems to work pretty good. I do have a playlist I want to put in of things that I want to look at anyway, and I'll need to try to put that in the applications to, but probably both of them to see how that works out. I have two YouTube, playlists that are really long. One is 600 or 800, and as I remember, you can only see 200 on YouTube. So I'm not sure if you need a YouTube application to see more or whatever. I want to see what the program then does in regards to this. And then I have another playlist that is 100 and something, so that's less than 200. But the problem is it's playing it from, it needs to and the other application in regards to the MP3 can actually flip the things from, the last to the first and the first to the last. And the problem is the first are the newest and the last are the oldest. So you would like to see the oldest first and then go and, become newer, right? Go in that direction. But YouTube didn't have that functionality as far as I know. So I was like, every time I had seen something, I needed to jump upward instead of downward on the list. And it was kind of, it made some mess here and there. It was just annoying, So what do I do now? What was it in regards of annotations example? Oh yeah, what in regards to the full screen? Oh yeah, that was the full screen in regards to subtitles I was looking into. My bad. I think the subtitles might be the best way to get around it. It looks good, Subtitle files are supported as CSRT or text format. So I guess the files is probably the same in some sense, just subtitle can be formatted to a single row or multiple rows. I'll have to check the text file or the is whatever it's, I'll have to check the files how he has. The subtitle button is optional as well as the top title itself, yeah. But of course, the subtitles then need to be turned on in regards to the video. The subtitle text font can be CSS formatted with ease. Actually, that's pretty good, because then people, if they don't want the information that I'm putting in the video in regards to just, if there's anything, then they can just turn it off. That would be awesome. I can't do that with the other things. If I think that would just, yeah. So this is actually, that's, giving the power to the user. That's what we want. The subtitle text font can be CSS formatted with ease. Yeah, I'm not sure how that works out, but it's incredible that 7 years ago I actually was sitting and toying around with CSS and HTML, and now I can't remember anything, pretty much, and much more. Oh, sorry, much more. Well, I have to look into. That's pretty good. So 2 things that are not working in the mobile here. I'll have to check some of the other browsers and all that, but overall it looks pretty good. It's moving forward. Anyway, I should stop now. Have a good one, all of you. I should probably sleep. May Jehovah be with you, and Yeshua be a most precious pearl, and the spirit of truth be in us all. Amen. Have a good one. Bye-bye.